about sound in advance. That just happens when people just start talking.
Oh man.
So it's kind of like real estate, right? You're just like out in the field and all of a sudden the buyer goes, oh, can I see this house too?
Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on, let me look it up. Let me see if I can pull one up for you.
Don't you love when they do that?
If the house is vacant, yeah.
It's nice, yes. We love when the house is vacant.
If it's vacant and there's no challenges getting in there, then let's go.
Let's go. We move with you. We make it happen. Some of the things I heard this weekend in real estate.
Oh, what did you do?
It's been a busy last 60 days, to be really honest with me.
I feel like you have been very busy.
I've been working every weekend.
When I call you, you don't answer.
Oh my gosh, here's the sob story again. Here's the sob
comments
story.
on our page if you can relate to me trying to get this lady's attention. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness.
I just have to show up and get in your face. I can track your location.
My goodness gracious. Okay. So anyways, where'd my page go? Oh, there it is. Okay, great. So some of the stuff that I heard this past weekend, which I really found interesting, I met with a new family who's going to be selling their property with us. Yay! We are so excited.
Yeah.
They came to us through an open house that very rarely happens to be very transparent in the business. And this family, one of the things that they said was they did not believe the buyer's agent should earn as much commission as the listing agent.
What? What?
Now, with Amy Cruz over here as one of our beautiful buyer's agents on the team, how would you rebuttal that?
Well, I'm the one running around showing all these homes, getting your place sold. I would sound a lot nicer than that. I wouldn't say it like that. I mean, buyer's agents do a ton of work.
They do. What do a buyer's agent do?
We are out previewing homes, searching for you, putting organizing your schedule for you, chasing down listing agents. How does that really relate to the seller?
Tell me that. How does that help the seller?
We're showing your home.
Yes,
we're the ones showing your home.
That is true.
And we're going to advise and help our buyers to see the pros and cons in every home.
Yeah. So what about getting paid less then? What do you think about that?
Well, I think what you're going to offer, I just hope that it's fair. And, I don't know. I'm not the type to get wrapped up in what I'm going to get paid. If my client wants to see the home, they want to see the home. And
see, that's the truth.
They asked show it to them.
They said this, and I loved what they said. They said, well, everything's on Zillow, everything's on Redfin. So if someone really wants to see it, their agent is going to be forced to show it, right?
I mean, it's kind of true. If my clients ask to see it, I'm not going to say to them like, oh no, it's only paying me
X to that mic.
It's only paying me, X amount of dollar. I'm not going to do that to my clients. At the end of the day, I'm not, and that's my fiduciary duty to show it. So,
show it and sell it.
And
if it's the right house.
If it's the right home for them. Yeah.
So just to be clear, Amy does believe a buyer's agent is just as valuable.
Absolutely. We're representing the buyer. We're taking care of the buyer in the contract, the negotiations. We earn our money. We earn our commission.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I have been on both sides of the table as the listing and buyer's agent.
Right.
And it is the reason why I've hired buyer's agents is I do find value in the buyer's agent. And I love that my buyer's agents specifically just help the buyers because it's a very demanding position.
It is.
What is something that is demanding about being a buyer's agent?
The availability of the buyers. You as a buyer's agent, I feel like I really need to be available all the time, or at least as much as possible. Of course, I have my schedule and my kids and things like that. And at the same time, for me in particular, I have a good support system where if a buyer wants to see a house, they text me this morning and want to see it tonight, which that did happen actually today. I can do it.
Yes.
So, and that's important.
And we have to have availability in the evening, right?
Right.
The evening is big.
After work.
Right? Everyone comes home from work.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing is that you have a full-time buyer's agent when you work with us. And so when you have a full-time buyer's agent, That agent is actually searching for your house in advance. When you come home, they've already picked out great houses that they think would be a good fit for you, aside from the ones that you took the time out of your day to choose as well.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I give you a high five.
Thanks.
I believe you are worth just as much as the listing agent. I do believe that.
Thank you.
And I don't believe that the listing agent is the only agent in a transaction.
Right.
I think a great buyer's agent is present at every showing.
Mm-hmm.
They are
Absolutely.
aware of and walking through the property with you at that showing. They're not returning their text messages outside the door, waiting for you while you're walking through the house.
Right.
They're walking through the house as well with another set of eyes,
Right.
saying, is this a good fit for my client? And remembering everything that you mentioned in that buyer's consultation of what was a priority to you in your home purchase. Because sometimes that house will be so cute that you might be distracted by the cuteness and forget the non-negotiables in your home purchase.
And sometimes I feel like some buyers will get caught up in a home that like it looks so cute, it's beautiful right now, and it's great for you right now.
Yes.
Is it going to be great for you in 3 or 4 years from now?
Yes.
When you may not be ready to move quite yet.
Yes.
Where are you working? Like there's just so many things that, you know, you can get easily distracted as a buyer by a pretty listing.
Yes.
But you have to remember, like yesterday, we showed some clients tri-level home,
Yes.
which was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful home, and they don't have kids yet.
Yes.
They're planning on having kids. Well, how do you guys feel about all these flights of stairs when you're gonna have little kids?
Right.
Like that was a big deal to them
Yeah.
when we first spoke, and now, you know, I'm like, remember?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, that's true. Good point.
So that would lead me to the next statement this particular client said was, I didn't believe the agent was on my side working for me.
Who said that?
This is another appointment I was on yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
So that's how they felt. They felt like the agent was just trying to get the deal done. Now you saying to a buyer as they're looking at the property and them saying, oh, this is it. You not just saying, okay, great, let's write the contract.
Oh, no way. I'm like, are you sure? Like, let's just make sure it checks all the boxes that we originally talked about.
Yeah.
And make sure that it really is.
Now, why would you want to add doubt to it, Amy? I mean, come on, let's close the
I'm
deal.
not trying to add any doubt. I just want to make sure they absolutely love it. It's a huge purchase. I hate when our buyers, if ever, feel any kind of like buyer's remorse when they regret after everything's done and said and you've signed your documents. And, you know, I just want you to be happy in that home. And
We want you to return our call after you're
right?
closed.
Like, and let's have the housewarming party. Let's hang out after. Let's,
Yeah.
you know, I feel like you've built me into this person. I'm also just like that naturally, but we're all about relationships, and you know, we want to just keep that, and the trust and just everything that's connected to that is just such a big deal to us.
Right, yeah, I would agree with that. It's so important to me when we're working with our buyers. We just had new buyers that just closed on their very first home. Congratulations to that family. We're so excited. And can I tell you that it was one showing and bought? Yeah. They are so excited. They knew what they wanted. They knew when they wanted it, and they knew how to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, they got pre-approved, and then they got cross-qualified with our preferred lender, and preferred that experience over the lender that they initially spoke with.
Oh,
And
right.
so they chose to work with one of our preferred lenders we recommended to them. Look, no affiliation. We get no money back from them or anything like that. We just get great lenders who have been in business with us for 18 years.
Yeah.
And when we say go, they go, right?
Yeah.
And that's so important in a real estate market that has low inventory.
Absolutely.
Because even though interest rates are high, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're high. Buyers are still out buying because they understand that the rate is temporary and the address could be forever.
Right.
I mean, that's the truth,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Or at least 5 to 7 years long, according to the National Association of Realtors.
Yeah.
You'll likely be there 5 to 7 years. So that interest rate is probably not going to carry for 7 years.
Yeah.
They are talking about interest rates showing a decrease sometime next year.
We'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed.
Where's the crystal ball? It's
Yeah.
back there. Let's grab it. Yeah. Is the crystal ball? Do we see what's happening in the crystal ball? So I love this in Fox Business News today. More homes sold over the asking price. This is home buying season. This is home buying season. This is interesting that it's home buying season and houses are sold over the asking price.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's for the buyer's incentive.
Right.
However, it is home buying season. We've come right through it. August comes to us slow. July, I like to call it the quiet before the storm.
Yeah, for sure.
July, 4th of July weekend, everything becomes very quiet. People ask me, when's a great time to sell my house? Not July.
Yeah.
You can put it on the market, but you're going to hang out a little bit because July is just not that season.
For sure.
Right, July and August are a great time to get ready to go on market.
Yeah.
We've got quite a few new listings coming up right after the holiday weekend, which happens to be my birthday.
That's right. Labor Day weekend.
Who else just had a birthday?
Oh, me.
Amy Cruz had her birthday.
I wasn't excited for her birthday this year.
Oh, she went off and had fun and got to take the day off, right?
I did. I never work on my birthday. I always take my birthday off.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, I did still kind of work.
Yeah,
I
she had
was
to do
still
some
checking on some stuff and you know what other stuff we were working on, but yeah.
We cover her though during that. That's the benefit of working with a real estate team.
For sure. For
Right?
sure.
When you work with a team, you can actually have a day off.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened to me? Oh, I lead the team.
I help you all the time.
That is true. That is true. My girls are, my ladies, my real estate ladies are awesome. They're out there hosting our open houses, successfully bringing buyers and sellers in so that we can continue to move the real estate brokerage and the real estate business forward.
We do our
We
best.
love that. So this thing on more homes selling over list price, would you find that to be accurate as a buyer's agent?
Yeah, it's accurate. I don't think it's like how it was in 2021 where it was
Correct.
crazy over.
Correct.
But yeah, I mean we have to be competitive as buyers still. I mean we're seeing multiple offers, just not as many as a couple years ago.
Every property I've put on the market in my real estate business, every listing I've had, okay, let's rephrase that to 90% of them have sold over list price, and we've had a couple offers on it, ranging from 2 to 10 offers on it. Just depends.
That's a good range. Yeah.
And we've successfully sold them over list price. Now, here's the thing though. Coming back in, we are seeing credits asked.
Right.
Credits asked for rate reductions, credits asked towards buyer closing costs, and credit reductions for repairs.
Yeah.
That is happening very regularly. Very, very regularly.
Yeah.
So I had someone ask me again this weekend, right? It was a great conversation I had this weekend. They said, how do you know the market when it's not an area that you sold a bunch of houses in?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah, it is a great question.
How did you respond to that?
You know, I love that you asked that because this particular family that I sat with is a data analysis kind of person. That's what they do for a living.
Okay.
And so I said, well, it's easy. The market is in the numbers.
Yeah.
And if you know how to read the market, you know what's happening
Right.
in the neighborhoods that you're servicing. So for example, when you take a buyer out to a neighborhood to sell them a home,
Yeah.
right? The one thing we do when we discover what they should offer, and we are pretty rock star at getting our offers accepted
Yes, we are.
in multiple offer
situations.
Thank you. And what that means is, I would say we probably knock that out about 70% of the time we get an open escrow.
Yeah.
You know, what that means is, how do you know? How do you help them? How do you advise them to, one, not overpay, and then two, still be in the heartbeat of the real estate market that's happening in that area? What do you do to figure that out?
Comps.
Know
your comps. You learn the numbers. You learn the neighborhood. Even if it's a neighborhood we don't personally live in or go to all the time, we're gonna dig deep in the MLS and check out all the comparables in the area and make sure that they are, you know, not listed way crazy over the market value of that particular neighborhood.
And that's exactly what we do. We look at listing price, and we're not even looking at the property specifically that you're buying, writing the offer, right? We're looking at the comparable properties that are within a 3-mile radius, just like an appraiser would do. And we're looking at what are the stats of that property, what is the condition of that property, then what did it list at, what did it finally sell at, and then did they get any closing cost credits, right? And then we look at the longevity of that market altogether. Is it on the rise or is it on the decline? So that way we can tell if we need to still write an offer that is trajectorying up, going up, or do we have a market that's going down, right? And that's how we help our clients to not overbid on a property, not overspend on a property. And those numbers are right there. You guys see them on Zillow, you see them on Redfin. When you close, you see the closing number. What you don't see is, was there a credit given? Right? None of that's reported on those websites. All that's reported on those websites is final closing numbers. So guess what? They could have paid $20,000 over the list price and received a $20,000 or a $10,000 credit. So what does that mean?
So they didn't really pay $20,000 over the asking price because they received whatever, you know, was on there as a credit.
And so if you just go to the listing agent with that information, could you potentially then overspend by $20,000 and not even know that you might just might be able to get a closing cost credit? That is what the value is of a buyer's agent. And a listing agent, right? Both buyer and listing agent, and someone did ask us, they just recently asked me, how do you know the duties of, and who is really the agent, right? Who really is the person I need to be talking with? Well, everyone needs to disclose who they are. She discloses, I'm a buyer representation. I work with the buyers, I help the buyers, and in California, what that really means is that their fiduciary is also to the seller, because the seller is that who pays the real estate commissions. The seller just doesn't pick their buyer's agent. The buyer's agent picks you, seller. So are you the one they pick? Right?
Pick me.
Whereas the listing agent is chosen by the seller, and you're trusting your listing agent to choose the strongest buyer's agent when the multiple offers are submitted. And that was the conversation I had this weekend with my sellers when they said, Lori, when deciding to choose, they had, I believe, 7 offers on the table or something of that sort. They didn't choose the highest. They chose whoever the listing agent, myself, recommended, along with terms of contract, the underwriting approval that was provided, the pre-approval, the proof of funds, and the offer that was written, and how strong the offer was written, how clean and professional was that offer. All of that matters.
That makes a huge difference.
It matters.
For sure.
And so my sellers deferred to me, right? They deferred to me. Lori, who do you think we should work with? And doing a lot of real estate, selling a lot of homes like we do, we know all the great agents.
Yeah.
We know them because they're out there working in the trenches just like us.
Yeah, definitely.
And so we can confidently say, you know what, this is a great agent. We can confidently say that. And then we, of course, go back to that agent and say, we put in a good word for you, man. Yeah. Don't let us down. Don't make us look bad.
For sure, for sure.
That's the reality of it. So who do you know that is a buyer's agent? Who do you know that is a seller's agent, listing agent? And then there's an agent who represents all parties. Guess what? I can be an agent who represents all parties. I can be an agent who represents just the seller, and I could be an agent who represents just the buyer. Amy could be a agent who just represents
the buyer.
The buyer, because that is her one job at our real estate office. She loves working with buyers. She loves going and looking at homes with you. She will look at as many homes as you want.
Whatever it takes to
find the right home.
Find the right home and make sure it's the home that you are super happy and comfortable with.
And she's looking at your resale eyes too.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Because she knows, National Association of Realtors has told us, people move every 4, 5, 7 years.
Yeah.
So she's looking at and communicating with you about your resale. We're here for the long term.
Yes, we are.
We're here to help you get your real estate resolved.
That's right. I love that.
Home starts with you. That we truly believe that.